Welcome everyone to our BioCast, and today I am here with Michael James de la Serna, Tyron Defolio, and right now currently unavailable but will be having a quick call with us, Mr. Samuel James Moren. So, we will start this topic talking about nutrients.
Let me tell you something about nutrients. Nutrients is something so important that we need every time we move because nutrients provide energy for our body and it also contribute to our bodily structure.
That's a very good topic. Since we're talking about nutrients, let's talk about how does an organism obtain nutrients.
So, let's start first with digestion. So, syempre, since we are talking about nutrients, just like you said, syempre, we have to know first how we will get nutrients. So, we'll have first to start with digestion. So, the digestion, from the word itself, we all know what digestion is. That we start eating food, and then once we swallow the food, our body will then start to break down the food into smaller pieces so that we can absorb its nutrients and give us energy in return. So in the digestive system, we have 4 processes of it. The first one is ingestion, which is the chewing of the food to break down to break it down to smaller pieces so that it is easier to swallow. Next ingestion is the digestion, wherein once the food reaches our stomach, it will be break down from our stomach acids so that the food will distribute its nutrients more. So after digestion, next is the absorption, wherein it will go to different organs that have its different functions as well to absorb the nutrients. So sa organs natin is may iba't ibang parts ito and meron din silang iba't ibang function, like for example, the pancreas, the liver. So sa liver, for example, ito yung nag-store ng fat, right?
Yes.
And then sa pancreas naman, sila yung
Every time na gabi, yun ang ginagamit natin para mag-digest.
yeah, so just like you said, it works mostly at night. And then the small intestine and large intestine, wherein the small intestine absorbs the nutrients and the large intestine is
The passageway to exert the feces. Yes.
yeah. After we're done with digestion, we now have 3, which is ingestion once again, digestion, absorption, and the 4th one and the last one is the elimination, wherein just like Nancy said, once the large intestine absorbs the food to make it become feces or the waste, it will then go to our anus. Lalabas siya sa anus natin in a form of feces or poop, which is the process of elimination itself.
Okay, now we're going to the types of feeding. So we have 2 types, heterotropic and autotropic. Perhaps you can give us some more in-depth idea about it.
Heterotropics is about an organism consuming another organism or plant to obtain nutrients, to have energy through their body, and autotropics is about self-feeding, which mainly plants have in order to
Obtain food or nutrients. Best example is the fungus. Yes.
Yes.
So let's now go to the animals or the 4 different types of feeders. So do any of you have any ideas of substrate feeders?
I believe substrate feeders is the one that consumes their food in something that they stick on it.
Yes.
Something like an worm.
Yes, a worm. Best examples are the maggots when organisms die. We can see them growing up from the belly of the creatures. And next is filter feeders. Do you have any idea what it is? Okay, so since there seems to be no idea. Filter feeders are basically feeders that doesn't hunt. More like they just do a simple task, and the food or the nutrients will will basically come to them. For examples are jellyfish and the whales, where the whales just open their mouth and they are easily able to eat the planktons out of the water. Next is fluid feeders.
I believe fluid feeders is something like what mosquito does. They suck blood into their host, just like a mosquito, and some other species like, which is really known in humans, puto.
Yes. Last for the animals is the bug feeders.
So yeah, bulk feeders, basically bulk feeders means that they can eat a large amount of food in one go. Ibig sabihin, pag for example, when it's lunchtime, they can eat a huge amount.
Foods.
Yeah, huge amount of food. Best examples of bulk feeders is tayo, for example, humans. We can consume a lot of food, no matter what size it is, as long as we have
As long as our appetite can do it, yes, we can eat it. So now let's go to the plants. Do you have any ideas of any feeding ways that plants use?
A really famous feeding type of that plants have is photosynthesis, where they obtain their food through sunlight, water, and air, which is carbon dioxide.
Yes, that's also a good example. Do you know the trap mechanism that plants use?
basically trap mechanism is another way of plants para makakain sila or makapag-ingest sila. Basically, what they do is that they have this strategy wherein if they want to hunt their prey, they're not going to just hunt them, but instead they will make a trap for them. Like for example, it's the Venus flytrap, wherein it's like this. It's like they're shaped like this, and then they wait for their prey or pretty much other organisms na kaya nilang kainin. And then once na nandyan na yung organisms nila, it will slowly shut down and then they will eventually start feeding on.
Yes. So that will be our topic for today in BioCast. And thank you guys for listening and hope to see you on the next time.
Thank you guys.
Coming out again, that's CJ Alcordo, Michael James Lacerna, and Tyron Napolio. Signing out.